So one thing I don't like is just having 4 inserts for one pad, we'll say, right? And this pad, I got 4 inserts. Okay, that's cool, but I wouldn't mind having 6 or 8 like I normally do in most stores. So what I have to do is make sure the output of this sound here that we hear right here comes into a subgroup. I send it to a subgroup to right here, and I add the effect right here. So I have these effects right here for this horn I've got in the system, right? And what I want to do is apply these effects, all 4 of them, to another track with the same horn. Different section of that horn sample. So I have to come into here. I'm going to save it. Okay, I save it right there. I can call it new effect, fix. Let's call that for now. Right? Okay, cool. I save it in there. But I'm no longer in the mixer window anymore. I've got to go back to the mixer window. Oops, wrong side. Here we go, the mixer window. Okay, I'm back in there. Now I got to load it in on this track. Let's load the effect in. I'm back to this window again, just to load it in. So I'm gonna use this one right here. That's the one I had for originally. Load that effect in. I don't see it here. I got to go back to the mixer window. Now I see it. There it appears right there. Twice I had to save it and go back and forth. I want to do the whole thing in the mixer window. Pretty simple to me. The next thing I want to see is some way to use song mode differently. So for example, I come to here, I'm in song mode and I want to build a track for song mode. I got a verse, a chorus, a bridge, or whatever, hook, whatever, right? And I've got these parts, but I may have variations of the verse. And a variation of the verse could be different in the second or third verse. And the variation of the hook would be different at the end than it would be in the beginning. So I'll come to here, I want to build a song, I'll say, this goes here, and then I may put this one over there, and then I put this one on top of that one, and I want to rearrange them a little bit here and there. Okay, I got to rearrange them. Okay, I don't want to go through all that stuff. I'd rather have was a verse section, a chorus section, and I have different parts of that. Now I'm going to show you how that looks on a different software called Machine. Now this is a software called Machine. I'll pull this out a little bit more here. And we can see we have different parts for our song. We have the intro, main 1, main B, or the main A, main B, chorus A, chorus B, breakdown, end. Pretty simple stuff. But what's really unique here is the ability to do this, to arrange my view. I've got an intro, I got a main B, a main A, of course, again, but there are different parts I can put in. So for example, I want to have this section here, main A. I'll put this here. That might sound better. How about this one? Nope. Oh, yeah, I like that better. How about this too? No, that's trouble. How about I listen to the end? Ooh. Or how about this? So I can have different ideas for that main part. And when I go back to here, it'll play in that sequence way, but I can arrange it better in this way. Now in Ableton it's called Clip Launch. And here is what they're calling it Arrange View in Machine. But it would be nice if AKAI had some of the same features. They even added now to Logic. So it's become popular, and I would suggest go with the crowd. Pretty simple stuff. Now, one more thing I'd like to see from MPC 3.0 or whatever software they end up doing is a favorites. Favorite drums, favorite snare drums, favorite sounds, favorite this, favorite that. Now here in Machine, you can see that obviously. I have little stars for favorite, right? I have that for sounds. I can have it here for projects. I can have it here for groups. I can have it for everything pretty much, a favorite, which is great to have. Particularly, I'm trying to find that same bass drum I used 10 months ago, right? You want to find it and know where it's at rather than look. I got to jot it down. Why should I? Give me some favorites. So here, as you can see, I got my browser open. I'd like to have favorites appear in the browser. Maybe a favorite star here, or maybe right here next to type, there'll be favorites also. How about up here? We'll have program, preset, project, sequences, sample, and favorites. Ain't gonna hurt. Just so I can get stuff I like, I used before, I'm familiar with. It makes it easier for me rather than searching or have to compile a special folder that's not even in here, which would help a lot. Now, whenever I have a sound that's inside of my project, for example, That's the bass drum. I got my sounds. I can see those sounds in the VU meter right up there, right? On the upper right-hand side. But when I'm looking for sounds in the browser, they don't even appear there. I can't even tell what they are, how loud they are. Now watch this. Here's a sound. What is that? I do not know. So I'll come to here. I'll drag this sound and put it in a pad. Now play it. But that's way louder than what the other one was. That's even different than what I heard. This is what I heard in the browser. But it's this. I don't even get that. I need you to have the same similar sound that I hear in the browser that appears here on the program when I'm using it to be the same. Otherwise, I have to test every sound and it becomes crazy that I don't get to hear the sound properly in the browser. Pretty simple. Now this next thing is about VST3s, which everyone's talking about. I've got VST3s I can use in one program, but I can't use VST3s inside of the MPC 2.0 software or on your actual hardware device. So the real problem here is that what VST3s do is they save power. So a VST3 will not work until it's ready or it's in a system where it's supposed to be working at a certain point in the song, we'll say. Otherwise, it's off. But when I use the VST2, it's always on in the system. So it's sort of consuming some of this CPU power that's going on. What you really want to do is have VST3s. They've been around for a while. It's been a complaint that's been going on with many guys talking about it. Now, I think most companies should actually make a VST2 anyway, plus a VST3 in case they can't be used. I think those are better companies, but it would be nice to use VST3s. That's about my whole list I've got. A lot of those suggestions come from members of our website and also here in YouTube. And of course myself, obviously. But it would help a lot if we had that. Plus disk streaming will help too. And I think third-party applications that are like instruments from not these major companies, but some pretty cool companies, that would help too. But I get it. They can't do everything, but hopefully they'll do it before they put out any other update, even before 3.0. Not necessary. Just fix what can work better, and I love to have some favorites. That's a great thing to have if we had that. Now, if you like this video, tell me on the bottom, I like the video, Doc, it's pretty cool. And also, if you want to help us out to keep growing this little page here on YouTube, please subscribe. If you subscribe, it goes into the math equation that, whoa, blah, 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 it works. Equals this, equals that, equals more membership. So look, any questions, hit me up. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, we do lessons. Anytime you want to learn something, we can teach it to you. See you in the next video. Peace.